What up, y'all? Man, hey, it's your boy Sid. Welcome to the Man Cave. Hey, Cedric Edison here, and I got my man Ron serving. What's happening, Ron?
Man, I am unemployed.
Man, you're not on it,
Right? I didn't lose my job. I decided that my career is done, stick a fork in it, and on to new and better things. So feeling excited, just feeling just this newness of just what's ahead. Living in the moment, but just realizing how important decisions that I make now that I get to fill all those spaces. I mean, working for somebody for all these years and doing my best to give the people that live in the wonderful city that I worked in all of me, now knowing that I can really be a lot more aware of just how else I can serve others, my family, you, my friends, and just people in the world in just a whole different way. So I'm excited. I'm like recharged. It's like end of the year, lots of good things going on. So I'm just really excited just to kind of hit the ground running and see what you got in store for us tonight. How you doing?
Cool,
How
man.
you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Man, finishing the year with a bang. Everything getting in better alignment. Just going into 2020, man, with a clear with 2020 vision.
Right? Right?
Hey, and congrats, man. 35 years, man. Congrats on that, bro. For real, for real. And y'all, I don't know if I even said it, man. I just jumped right in. Welcome to the Man Cave, man. We appreciate y'all joining us. But say, check it out, man. I think it was like last week or something. Uh, my dad went to the hospital and my sister came down and just some weird stuff was coming up for me, with it being the holidays and we were talking like some big gift talks and a lot of negative, well, I wouldn't say negative stuff, man, but what was coming up for me was just a bunch of different emotions, that made me just really become more aware. And I was like, okay, let me dig deep. Why am I feeling like this? And I kind of wanted to bring it out today, man, so we can just have something out there for people that might have the holiday blues, or it might just be whatever, but just have something or a place or a topic we can talk about, like what past pains or hurts or experiences did we have or experience that makes us react the way we do now
Right.
in or during the holiday. Um, because like funny thing, man, is me and Kanisha talking about gifts and all of that, I'm really, it's because I'm older and I'm like, yo, y'all can just get me clothes or whatever.
Wait a minute, you're
Um,
older? That would make me like really old.
well, I mean, I'm not in my 20s and I don't want rims and music in my car now, so it's like, shit, it's been 40 years, I'm gifted out. But then something that was strange though that really this was the thing that made me stop and look, because we were out and we were talking and what it was, so we submitted a list, like, here's your list of the things you want for Christmas. And I only had three things on there because I was like, I don't know, a guitar, like a computer chip for my car, and something else. And so we get the list, and we're getting ready to do something new with the Man Cave, and we're doing our individual things with podcasts and all of that stuff. So some new equipment that I wanted. And I'm thinking about my timeline, right? And I'm like, yo, I know what all this stuff is coming with. I don't know how to use it. I know what my launch date is. Like, I need to get this stuff and start practicing, right? So I'm not rushed. So I go out and I just buy it. And she flips, right? Oh, I wouldn't say she flipped, but it was a conversation to be had. Like, what the hell are you doing? Like, why would you go and buy something that's on your list? What if somebody got it? And I was like, well, we revised the list.
Right.
We good, right? And then it's all funny and all of this stuff because I know all my stuff. And when we got down to the nitty gritty of it, man, it was what was going on in me was those were the things that I wanted. And in my head, they were expensive. They were, it wasn't like a little white elephant $25 gift, right?
Right.
So in my mind, in my past hurts and experiences when I came up was you submitted a list to mom, and man, y'all, if you're new to the show, like I come from very humble beginnings. And if you're not, then you know what the story is. And so half the stuff on my list I wouldn't get because I would just put the toys that I really, really wanted. And maybe I got a champagne taste, a caviar taste, however it go. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I wanted. And more times than not, I wouldn't get the stuff.
Mm.
So we fast forward and I'm 40 years old and I'm like, surely I'm not going to get this stuff because we've already talked like Christmas is for the kids, we don't really get stuff for the adults. And hearing that and knowing, hearing all of this other programming, I'm like, nobody's going to get it. So let me go ahead and get this for myself and get the ball rolling, right?
Right.
So, and that just, and I was thinking about my dad and all of that stuff. And I just had some negative, just all of the, I wouldn't say negative, but all of these things that made me alter the journey that I'm currently on to
Right.
self-betterment, if you will. So I'm just wondering what's up for y'all out there, man. Like, what comes up for you, if anything, and for you, Ron? Like, is there anything like that you've seen?
For me, you know, in looking back when I was growing up, it's like, we got pretty much everything, which it was just like we walk out into the living room and just see the presence, and it was just like you could barely walk through there. And I guess I thought that was normal. Just the things that you didn't you get the things that you wanted as well as the things you weren't expecting. And I think that just made me feel like that was the normal process that everybody goes through. So I think what's happened to me over time is, yeah, I still like getting presents. There's things that I may want. And I try to balance between what I want and what I need. Having a 14-year-old who has his birthday the same month as Christmas, kind of lends itself to being less or to be more unselfish and to really, give him a great, he calls it his month of December, his month of celebration. But I think it kind of tainted me for really understanding the benefits of giving and seeing others get presents, not just what they wanted, but those, like my wife, it's like those little thoughtful things that she wasn't expecting, like a bookmark or something that were like, really, that's what you're really excited about, and then made me realize, it's not about the big gift that we all want, or it's not about the mountain of things that you walk into. It is more about seeing others experience gratitude and happiness about getting even something small in nature that just touches them in a way that I couldn't even comprehend when I was growing up. I mean, we had the things, and what was lacking though was, I think, more of the deeper experience around the meaning of Christmas, and deeper conversations with family during those times. And now it's like opposite that. It's like, we still exchange gifts, but we spend more time in family discussions, family, laughing around, sitting around the table, and just learning from each other on how to experience life differently. And I can't say one's right and one's wrong, but it's interesting how when you shift your mindset on just the whole idea of giving and noticing and experiencing others' joy through giving, it just opens up a whole nother world. And presents are nice, but they're not the more important thing. It's more about, the whole experience of Christmas or of a birthday or of, time of just, or Thanksgiving, even, to say that, just, those times where we can create like a day of gratitude. And I think that's what has shifted in my life from early on, not really feeling like, I guess, appreciation for those things I had, just looking at it as, this is just the default. This is what it's supposed to be. Almost like, I better get something. I better get what I wanted now. It's like, versus like, I remember, I'm sure you've watched The Grinch, right? And the Grinch comes and steals everything, takes away even the last little pea for the mouse. And yet they go out in front and they sing their La Huzore. And it's like, that's just, as many times as I've seen that, it just really, is amazing just how a simple message that's, in that story. And I guess what's, helpful for me to kind of reflect back on this time of year.
Yeah, man, that's something was popping up, man. I was just kind of curious. Um, like, have the holidays ever gotten you stressed around, around gift giving and the want to see somebody smile?
Yeah, more so just with my wife, because she's always, taking care of that for the most part, especially for Anthony and for all of our friends and stuff like that. So it seems like every year we'll go somewhere off holiday time, go on vacation, go somewhere, whatever time of year. And it's like, if she sees that one thing and she mentions it, I'm like, oh, I need to go out back and buy that, or buy something during the year that I know she wants. And then, stress won't be as magnified. And it's just the thought of not just Christmas time, of thinking of something that she may like, maybe obviously holding it, obviously, most likely till Christmas time. But so it's like every year, it's like the next year comes, I'm like, okay, now I need to just be more proactive during the year. It's like, by the time Christmas is here, I'll have it licked. I'll have all the presents. She's I think, remember, she asked for that, 6 months ago, and I already have it like in the bag.
Right. Okay, so I know I wasn't the only one, man. Because I'm kind of like that practical giver too. I'm like, oh, you mentioned that. Because like I had a Christmas present picked out like in March or something like that. So that made me feel good. I'm not the only one. All right.
But there is something to you saying, it's like this time, it's like when you're together for so long, it's almost like, let's just go out and buy something together and call that our gift, or just let me know what you want and we'll make that happen. Because I think there is sometimes the stress that goes along with, it's like, you've got everything, what else can I get you? Or, if I get this and you don't like it, then you're just going to take it back. So why don't you just take the money and buy what you want?
Right.
But that loses all the, just hand them some money just to go buy something, that kind of loses its value. So
I don't see, I'm like, I don't know, man, because it's like, hey, you get to put that either it covers everything, or that one thing that you truly wanted that can go towards that. So I help. Like,
that's true.
no, that's the easy, that's the cop out way.
I guess it is a conversation to say, hey, we both okay with this? Or is it like, no, I want you to get me something that I, don't know what it's going to be, and I get to sit there on Christmas morning and open it up and go through that whole, because, I think we're male and female are different, right? We may cry about something that our significant other gives us because we're so happy to get it, but for me, it's usually more the sentimental side that she experiences that, is a thoughtful gift that I'm like, oh, did well this year, surpassed what expectations were.
See, I'm like, man, you give me some boxes and undershirts and socks. There's something about that, man. Having fresh, I love fresh boxes and new socks. I love the feel of new socks. Man, like last year I got super excited. I was like, oh shit, socks. Oh man. But you know what made me think about that stress thing, man? I had, seeing a couple of people post, of our coach colleagues talking about, holiday stressing people and this and that. And I was like, yo, I don't think that really bothered me that much. But then I was looking at Mosiah and I was like, man, I get it. I get it. And I think I think what happens, man, is a lot of people out there either most of the world or the country is middle class, or poverty. There's not many in that top tier. And I was like, yo, I gotta get on my shit, even more because I don't want to tell him those same things that I heard. Like, because I was thinking about Santa, why I don't believe or my hatred towards Santa, and I hate to say that, but a lot of that came from Santa was bullshit to me from way back in the day because I never got shit on my list. You know what I'm saying? This dude don't fucking exist. Or it's either that or I'm a shitty person and I know I wasn't bad, you know?
So funny you brought that up because when I publish our videos now, there's a little pop-up screen that says, is this for kids or not for kids? So this episode's definitely not going to be for kids. You said,
yeah, not for kids.
Santa's bullshit.
Sorry. And I was like, yo, that's what's happening in most cases.
Yeah.
And I don't think we lose the luster of the holiday. And I think where it is, a lot of people just get stuck and stressed out because they have to look at the prices on the menu, if you will. Personally, you're just not as happy when you have to look at the menu and you're like, fuck, I want to get that, but I can't. Right. Now you're like, oh, you're bummed out. You see your loved one, she wants this thing, you want to get it, but you can't. And so the stress is there. And I was like, yo, I can see why that happens a whole lot. And people probably don't even realize it. We just say, oh man, a holiday's fake, and we find something else to hide behind, like Santa's BS or whatever the case. Because I know I went through them all. Santa's BS, and then I was like, man, everybody's saying he's the reason, and I'm like, no, because if you're a believer, then he was born closer to summertime, his birthday. Like, went through it all, bro. Like, no, like, but now, I love it because people, for whatever reason, people just seem to be happier. Even if they stress, they either hide it better or they just appear happier. And it smells pretty too.
But can we just look at just the big picture and realize there's going to be a little stress that goes around with it. That's just a small part of the celebration. I mean, usually the highlight at our house is, sitting around the dinner table. Dinner's done. We're all kind of talking, and it just seems more times than not, eventually we start talking about crap, poop, actual poop talk. It's like, talking about, so it's just, we could have like all the stress that goes into the preparation, all the stress that goes into what am I going to buy this person? But I guess, can we, as humans, and families, as friends, can we at least have that understanding that stress can be part of it, but we can make this still a good experience? The stress goes along with caring and wanting to do something good for others. I guess my words of wisdom is not to let that ruin your holiday season, to not let that ruin your Christmas day, to not let that set an imprint in your life of this is what Christmas represents, because that's still up to you. The stress is probably not going to go away. Maybe you just manage it a little bit differently and just kind of be willing to laugh at yourself because of all the craziness that we go through to make that last minute decision of something we think somebody might want or not. And we go for it and just let it go and just, I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'll say it like this, man. Every day we, you, I get to make the decision
Yeah.
of how that day is going to be.
Right.
The same with Christmas. You know, whatever, if you have any past hurt, pain, whatever, you can allow that to control how you feel or not. You know, it's like hear the analogy, man. If you're looking in the rear view mirror, looking at all that old stuff or whatever, you're gonna crash.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to make the conscious decision to look forward, and it's no different. Stress is stress, and the stress that we feel for whatever reasons behind the holidays or in general, it's no different than the stress you might feel showing up to a brand new job on the first day. Right? It doesn't matter. Stress is stress, and it's gonna happen because it's life. You know, accept that, the sooner we can get to a place to where we can accept it and say, okay, yeah, this is stressful. Okay. And then make a conscious decision to move out of that state of mind. Then everything will be better.
Yeah.
I know that's what I constantly do. Hell, I just gave y'all a whole lot. This didn't just come from being there. I just lived this shit like a couple days ago,
Yeah.
you know? And that's what it is. Like, okay, yeah, it's stressful, and I don't have to worry about them. You know, my kiddo asking for a bunch of stuff now, but now I can just make that conscious decision to,
Right.
okay, let's get out of that state and move forward.
Right. And
That's my wish for everybody. It's Christmas.
I'm not a doom and gloom guy, but I think, can we at least bring into our awareness a little bit of, you know, we don't know if next Christmas is going to come, right? So we don't have to, like, out of like panic, like act in a way that this will be my last Christmas. But what if we just brought our awareness into like creating this as if it was the last Christmas in a good way, to where we enjoy every moment of it. And then, then can we carry that into the new year, carry that into the next birthday, carry it into our life. So I think these things that we talk about are, kind of snapshots in our life, to where we can show up differently in a holiday situation, and, learn from that. But, can we make that in something, an action we're willing to take every day? I guess that's the challenge, right? We don't need it to be Christmas time to create gratitude. We don't need it to be Christmas time to deal with our stress. We don't need it to be Christmas time to acknowledge or appreciate the people that we love in our life, and make them feel, welcome and appreciated. We need to do that all the time. And I think this is just a time of year where we reflect on that. And I would encourage you, the listener, to create more reflection time in your life, in the morning and the evening. Just create a space of a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you can do. Let go of something that's not serving you, and create some time in your day to just create that appreciation, gratitude. And then maybe when Christmas and Thanksgiving and those types of events come around, it's not as stressful, because you've been practicing all year long on how you want to show up every day of your life. And it's just going to be a bigger version of yourself, maybe a day or two a year, where it's amplified by all the people that you love being there to celebrate however you celebrate Christmas in your life. So have a Merry Christmas. Be you. Be willing to be you all the time. And gifts are great. They're just an extension of appreciation and showing how you love, somebody else, or appreciate somebody else. But give those non-monetary gifts to others as well. The words of encouragement, the words of, acknowledgement, the words of appreciation to them and to you. So you, the listener, just learn from yourself, learn from others, and just be who you're destined to be.
I love it. I love it. Man, I'm worded out. Yeah.
I get very wise.
Yeah, man.
I get very wise when I retire.
Man, the retired life is, oh man. That's a great Christmas present. That's a great Christmas present.
I don't like the word retire. It's like I'm repurposed. I've repurposed my life to serve in a different way. Remember, my last name is Servant, so I'm like, destined to serve people in any way that I feel is necessary and heartfelt.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
I hear Messiah. He said, "Dad."
Yeah, yeah, he getting there. Well, y'all, man,
I appreciate you, Cedric, for being in my life. I appreciate you, the listener, that, anytime you've showed up in the past year, 2 years, however long you've been with us, we're going to keep at this. We're not going anywhere. We're going to continue to evolve as men, as fathers, as, kind of facilitators of this channel. And bigger and better things are yet to come. Not the good things haven't come already, but looking forward to a new year and lots of good things for you, Cedric, and your family and my life, and just putting it out into the world.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you too, man. I appreciate all the servants up there, man. Golly. Y'all family. That's crazy. Y'all on the whole other side of the country, man. Y'all fam. Y'all too out there listening, man. Y'all fam too. Like, see us, man. Holler at us, because we appreciate y'all, man. Hope y'all have a very, very Merry Christmas. A fantastic. Well, yeah, we'll see y'all again before New Year's. Yeah, but all of that, man, I appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all. Like, just grateful for it all. For it all, for real, for real. So, man, until next time, huh?
Stay
All
strong.
right, man. Salute.
Take care.
Hey, love y'all. Y'all have a good one.